Okay, the turkey is done.
I can never decide if a turkey looks stupid or dead or alive.
Oh, Jesse!
Smells good. Kevin back from the hospital yet?
No, honey, not yet, not yet.
Oh. Well, this is a very good idea, Mom. Having a big dinner for everybody. No one's going to be in the mood for anything, you know, super, super special. This will be really good.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Ooh, we ordered Chinese takeout.
Oh, that is so funny. How's Bo?
The same. Larry said the swelling at the base of his brain's gone down a little bit, but he's still unconscious. So they're going to do another CAT scan later on. Let's just all hope, okay?
Are they gonna have to operate on his brain?
Well, I don't think they know yet. We'll just have to wait and see, you know. Everybody, come over here for a sec, please.
What's up?
Just come here. Guys, I know that we have been through an awful lot this year, okay? I know that, all of us, and a lot more than our share. But hey, we made it, you know? We're here, we're together, and we're fine. And Bo is in the best possible hands. So we really do have a lot to be thankful for. And I think maybe today, we should focus on all the good things in our life, okay?
Okay.
You got it, Mom.
I just can't stop thinking about him not being able to wake up.
Well then, I would suggest we go to Thanksgiving Day Plan B.
Still no change?
No, not yet, but there will be.
Didn't the doctor say that the longer he's unconscious, the more chance there is?
Drew, doctors don't know everything. He'll get better.
Aging Dr. White. Dr.
Sure.
White.
Sorry.
We all know you.
Young woman, why is there nobody in there helping my son?
Sir, we
Please listen to me. One wing of this hospital was paid for by me. The Buchanan Fund pays the salaries of all the nurses in this building. Starting now, I want a team working around the clock on that room on my board.
Oh, people love those. Now make sure that those sweet potatoes with those little teeny marshmallows on top have a prominent position. Of course, the turkey has to have a prominent position. And then that sausage with the spinach will just make everything have a prominent position. Why are you doing this all by yourself? Where's the rest of my staff?
Most of them have resigned, Mrs. Buchanan. Mrs. Hess, Madam Mayor. The rest are spending the holiday with their families.
Well, good, Brian, because this is my family, and I am feeding my family free food so that they will know that I will stick by them in their hour of need. I just hope that they do the same for me. I've been harassed by the press, victimized by the police. Well, some of my supporters have actually lost a little bit of confidence in me. I'm hoping that a full stomach will change all that. I want them to remember that Thanksgiving is a perfect time for a wonderful party.
My, oh my, how quickly they forget.
Oh, RJ, happy Thanksgiving. Forget what?
Well, what happened to the grieving widow we all met when the cops told you Carlo was dead?
More? Mom, you're gonna bring more?
I made too much. I always make too much. But then cooking always makes me feel better. Takes my mind off other things.
Mom, you know, you shouldn't worry so much, really.
I wish I didn't have to, but Christian, you have to understand. With Carlo Hesse dead, who knows what could happen to Antonio now, huh? What if things get worse? What if it's one bunch of gangsters against the other? What if whoever killed Carlo Hesse decides that he wants to kill Antonio too, huh? What then? What the... I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's just that your brother is out there somewhere in danger. I don't know why I cooked. How can we celebrate anything today? turkey's dry.
Happy Thanksgiving, Mommy.
It's a simple question, isn't it?
Sir, your son's vital signs are being monitored electronically at the nurse's station.
What's the matter? Am I not speaking English? I don't give millions of dollars to this hospital so you can buy gadgets and all sit in your butts.
Darling, we can hear you all the way down the hall.
I don't care. I give plenty of money to this hospital. Maybe somebody should hear me halfway down the hall.
Sweetheart, I know how you're hurting, but can you just calm down and be quiet for a while?
Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to call some doctors who are willing to work for their money.
Does he think money buys everything? You see the way he was treating the nurse?
Oh, he's just a bully sometimes. What can I say?
Yeah, so what, he thinks this is really going to do any good?
Drew, I'm sorry. He's hurting. He feels helpless. He's got a son that's in trouble, and he doesn't know what to do about it.
Renee, we're all scared.
But Asa Buchanan can't admit that he's scared.
Yeah, so he makes everybody else miserable?
Something like that. Look, I have an idea. Why don't you go and talk to him?
My top priority is not Asa. I'm here for my dad.
Well, I think maybe your dad would really like the idea that you were helping out his dad.
Yeah. Doesn't that be a really good idea? Go make some conversation. It'll do him good.
Just tell him it's Asa Buchanan calling. I want to talk to him now. It is worth $1 million to his hospital if he picks up the damn phone. What do I care about Thanksgiving? Maybe I've got nothing to be thankful for. Listen, tell him, don't put me on hold. Don't! Bring it! The hell do you want?
You know, RJ, sometimes you can be so cruel.
Well, I thought we were all overdue for a little reality check.
Well, for your information, when they told me that Carlo was dead, I was not putting on an act. I was very upset. But you see, I've been through this with Carlo before. Now, I'm still upset.
Well, you're not wearing black.
The point is that even though I'm upset, life continues.
You know, that's what I've always liked about you, Alex. No matter what, you're always working hard, taking care of number one.
This is not about me. This is about my constituents, because I want them to know that their mayor is always going to be there to serve and protect them.
Well, you couldn't protect Carlo, but then he wasn't a very good citizen, was he?
No, I couldn't protect Carlo. The primary purpose of my administration is going to be to find his killer and get him off the street. I'm thinking about making a $5,000 reward. What do you think?
It's very generous.
There were a lot of people that had a lot to gain from Carlo's death, you know. You happen to be one of them. I hope you have an airtight alibi.
Thank you, Antonio. These are beautiful.
Yeah, well, they're not going to stop making him worry about you.
About me?
Yeah, about you. She worries all the time. Okay, Mommy, Chris, you don't have to worry about me.
Oh, no. No, my son just works for a gangster who just got murdered, but I don't have to worry. In fact, the night that Hesse was killed, you went off, you were furious with him, and you ran off to go do God knows what. No, but I'm not supposed to worry.
Mommy, mírame. Look at me. I did not kill Carlo Hesse. No matter what, you can't believe that. Look, I know you worry, but I love you. I wouldn't lie to you about that.
Antonio, I know that you love me. But ever since you started working for that man, it's like you've become a stranger to me.
It's not true. Siéntate, por favor. Have a seat, please. Despite everything, You guys know me a lot better than you think. All right, look. Carlo's dead, so I guess I could tell you. But this must stay between us.
Okay.
Sure. What? Okay. I know I made a bad choice when I went to work for Carlo Hesse, but I felt it was the only choice I had at the time. I had to swallow my pride, bite my tongue, and grin and bear it. I hated it. I hated him. But when he trapped Max Holden and Maggie Carpenter down in North Carolina in that cave, I knew I couldn't work for him anymore. But I still had to pretend to be his right-hand guy. When actually I was working undercover for the Lambview PD.
What?
Yes. Look, as soon as Bobby Cannon gets better, he'll tell me what I gotta do to break free. Until then, I've got to keep it quiet and stay cool. I'm sorry I had to keep lying to you and hurting you, both of you. I hope you can forgive me.
Oh, waiting for this life was so hard. I mean, all my friends have been absent. Oh! Christian. It's great news, huh?
Yeah. Great.
So does Andy know about this?
Yes.
So you two are back together?
No. It's a long road.
Well, you two will find a way. You love each other. Oh, all this excitement, I almost forgot I had a Thanksgiving dinner to serve.
Yes, you do.
Well, at least I have something now to be thankful for. Bye.
What's up? You haven't said 2 words. This is all my fault. What are you talking about, huh? What's your fault?
Look, you went to work for Hester to help me, to get me a scholarship for the university, right? But now my school's not worth it if you're gonna have people coming after you.
Wait a second. Calm down, all right? I'm the one that signed on, all right? My mistake is my mistake. You're not to blame for any of this. And I don't ever want to hear you say school is not important. You got that?
Yeah, I got it. Look, man, I just wish this whole thing was over for you.
Yeah, well, so do I. But it isn't. And I don't see it getting any better anytime soon.
What? What are you talking about?
So you were calling Johns Hopkins, trying to get better doctors for Dad?
Yep. And you can see how good I did.
Well, everybody seems to think Dr. Wallach's really great.
He is. Do you see him?
Well, he was here a while ago.
Do you see him now? That's the trouble with hospitals. They think it's a holiday. People need their help.
Well, maybe what Dad needs now is just time.
What is with you? Bo and Nora told me you were bright. What that boy needs in there is to wake up.
It's really hard, isn't it? Waiting.
Yeah. It's tough for the father to see. All the tubes coming out of his son. Monitors beeping. Laying there asleep. That damn kid, you couldn't get him to take a nap because he was afraid he'd miss something.
He's gonna be ticked off when he wakes up, isn't he?
Yeah. When he finds out Carlos was murdered. He'll do a lot of yelling, that's for sure.
Like father, like son.
Yep. Bo and I have good lungs. What about you? You turn loose when things don't go your way?
No, it's not my style.
Keep it inside?
No, inside I'm really just screaming my head off. Like now, I mean, I just getting to know Dad, finding out what a really great guy he is. I just hope.
Hope what?
That he doesn't stay mad at me for that lie I told.
About Becky Lee? Bo does not hold a grudge.
I just hope I get a chance to set things straight with him.
Let me set you straight. That's my son in there. He's a Buchanan. He's not gonna leave either one of us. And if you feel that way, don't you dare sit next to me. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. We know where we stand.
Nora. Hi. I just peeped in Beau's room and he's gone.
Oh, yeah, they took him down for another CAT scan. You know, well, it's like, who can figure out what goes on in that complicated brain of his?
Look, why don't we go sit in the sunroom?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, because it's sunny. And it's really nice to look at all the beautiful landscaping they've done.
Renee, I'm not really in a sunny landscaping kind of, I'm going to wait for Beau in his room.
Nora.
Yes,
You
what?
have to go sit in the sunroom.
I have to.
Yes.
Okay, Renee. Whatever.
Happy Thanksgiving! Gotcha. Happy Thanksgiving, Nora.
No. God. Great. Oh, heck. Beau would love to say, let's eat.
Well, you're right. Who's got plates? Plates back there? Yeah. Plates.
Look, Chris, things might get a little complicated, okay? Just so you know, there's an unmarked car across the street. If anything goes down here at the diner...
Whoa, wait. Look, Hester's dead, right? So then why are you still in so much trouble?
Because he may have found out I was working both sides before he was killed.
And you think he sent people after you?
Nobody can know. Especially Mommy.
Kidding me? She would just start worrying all over again.
Oh, I feel so wonderful. I feel like I've gotten my son back. Finally, a Thanksgiving where I have something great to celebrate.
Mommy, remember.
I know. It's only supposed to be between us. So what am I going to tell my friends when they ask me why I'm smiling again?
You tell them that I'm getting straight A's in school, that we finally get out of debt. Make up something.
All right, that's possible. But anyway, this is Thanksgiving. At least we should be sharing with our neighbors, even though we're the only the ones who're supposed to know, right? Antonio, go out to Angel Square and tell everyone to come in for dinner. Christian, put the music on.
Okay.
This is going to be a Thanksgiving we're going to never forget.
I love you.
Yo también.
So, RJ, I asked you a question.
No, I know. So your grief must be affecting your memory. See, the authorities are saying that Carlo got popped when the lights went out on that ship. Well, I was in the ballroom, sipping champagne, and the district attorney saw me there. Remember?
All I know is you haven't wasted any time taking over Carlo's operations. Looks to me like you were actually taking over Carlo's operations before he was dead. What does that say?
That says that Carlo and I have always had an understanding. We had an arrangement. Look, I didn't need Carlo dead to share in the operation, but if you want to go looking for his killer, I'd suggest looking for someone who was trying to bring him down, like that mole rat he had working for him. Yeah, if you want to post a reward and investigate someone, I'd go after Antonio Vega. I can't think of anyone who had a better reason to kill Carlo than your boy over there.
Where do you get off on accusing me of anything?
Did I accuse you? Well, I simply suggested that the mayor might want to step up her investigation into the murder of Mr. Hesser.
I had no reason to kill Carlo.
Oh, good, Antonio. Then if you didn't do it, you'll be pleased to know I'm offering a $5,000 reward for any information that leads to the arrest of Carlo's killer. Oh, finally! Finally, yes! Oh, well, welcome to Thanksgiving in Angel Square.
Oh, look who's here.
What is all this, Al?
This is your mayor going all out to provide free food for her friends in Angel Square.
Wait a minute. I thought they made you resign. Didn't they catch you taking
Oh,
a little,
let's not talk about all that stupid, old, boring political stuff. Just grab a plate and Brian will feed you. Brian?
Actually, Alex, we're going to go over to Mrs. Vega's diner, but thanks.
The diner?
Yeah.
Well, this is free.
Sorry, but Chris's mom called and wants us all over there to party. She always serves the best pastel. Antonio, we'll see you at the diner, right?
I'll be there.
But I had all this food prepared.
To eat outside? It's kind of cold. I mean, the diner's going to be junk.
Well, hurry, Brian. Just provide a little plate and just have a little taste.
Come on,
How's
you guys,
that?
let's go.
But could you just wait? Just have a little...
See ya.
Brian, you didn't serve them fast enough. You know, I don't understand why I even keep you on. I swear I don't. This is entirely your fault.
You know, the way some folks will see it, you had the best reason of all to want to see Carlo dead.
Yeah? Why's that?
To keep him from killing you first.
Now, why would he want to do that? I was his right-hand man. He trusted me.
That he did indeed. And now he's dead. So you see why I have trouble believing that folks are going to see you as Mr. Innocent in all this.
You know, for someone who so quickly took over his territory, what does that make you?
The boss. Well, hello, gentlemen. Ah, Mr. Gannon and Detective Harrison.
Yeah, well, look, since it's Thanksgiving and it's a day all about sharing, what's sharing what you were just talking about?
Everyone, the plates are right here, and the silverware's at the end. Go ahead. Don't be shy.
Hey. Oh, man, will you smell that? Hey, Chris, hey, I think there's about 100 people on their way, man.
Well, that's good, because we have tons of food here for everyone.
Eddie, you should have been with Dylan and me last night in Philly. We went to the Gypsy Kings concert.
Yeah, oh, yeah?
Absolutely great.
Really?
Cool. So did you guys go back to Linda's place and make a night out of it?
Eddie, come.
You got a one-track mind. You're worse than me.
Look, man, I'm just saying, y'all still hanging together?
Look, I left my jacket in Dylan's car last night. He was just returning it to me.
Oh,
Right.
Get out!
Jess. Jessica, hi.
Hey, gosh, there's a lot of people, huh?
Yeah, my mom wanted to have this whole, Thanksgiving party thing. You gonna stay a while?
No, actually I can't. I just came to see if I could buy any of your mom's blonde. I was in charge of making the dessert, and I kind of burn it. I just need enough for about 10 people.
Yeah, it's fine. We have about 4 or 5 pounds here in the back. Ah, man, it feels like I haven't seen you in a year. It seems that way.
Yeah, seems that way to me, too. Listen, sorry about the times you called. I got your message. It's just that, I don't know, I thought you were busy with your classes.
Right, well, you were probably busy, too, so... How's school?
Oh, just high school. How about you?
Great. It's great. You know what's really weird? Right now, I just realized that I haven't seen you since, like, Halloween.
Yeah. And Halloween, you were with all your friends.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Are you seeing somebody else?
What? No, why? Really, honestly, I've just been, hanging out.
Well, I just thought, since you didn't return my phone calls or anything,
No, Christian, honestly, I really just thought you were really, really busy. With your friends and college. Why? Are you seeing somebody else?
No. Jessica, look, whenever I go out, this is a bunch of us. I mean, I'm just saying because I miss you.
I miss you too.
So look, I want to call you tomorrow, huh? I really want to go see this movie, Basquiat, the artist. Well, it's playing at the Quad, and I was wondering if you could go,
Yeah, sure, that sounds great.
Jessica!
Hey, take off your coat and stay and have some food.
No, I can't. I have to go back to the hospital. We're all eating dinner there, my whole family. But I'm in charge of the dessert, and the dessert is your flan.
Oh, my flan. Oh, that's great. So how's your Uncle Bo doing?
The same. We're all really worried about him.
Well, make sure you tell your family that we're all praying for him, okay?
Mrs. Vega, you gotta hear what Eddie said about your turkey and rice.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm coming. Eddie, you're in trouble.
So, about that movie.
Yeah, I'd really love to come.
Sure.
I've heard a lot about it.
Well, here's your fun.
Thank you. Wait, how much do I owe you?
No, wait, look. From the Vegas to the Buchanans, have a very happy Thanksgiving.
You know, something is too bad I don't have some good bourbon here. I propose a toast to Carlo, the dead man.
Aw, come on.
How about the gun you had the night he was shot?
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of telling you, too, that I did not kill Hesse. But if I did, I would be bragging about it.
Well, I'd like to propose a toast.
To Carla?
No, to Bo, and to good health.
To my other son, and to Bo, hell, to all my grandsons.
Okay, wait, Joey, you meet her and she's Olivia Court. You hire her and she's Cameron.
Right.
And then when you guys call her on it, she says that her real name is Cameron Olivia and that this name game was just sort of a whim.
Right again.
So she wears white, she wears business suits, she lives alone in the woods with her cat. She's a corporate raider who's totally at ease in the boardroom. Who is this broad?
That's exactly what I intend to find out.
And where'd you meet her?
She was a tenant on some land, Dorian Lords, that I bought from Buchanan Enterprises.
Dorian?
Yeah. Obviously, this Cameron-Dorian thing goes a lot further than either one of them is letting on. That's why I've changed all the locks at Buchanan Enterprises and all the computer passwords.
Wouldn't it be just easier to fire her?
Why? Then I'd never find out what she's up to or what Dorian Lord wants with us.
Well, why would you even want to know that?
To keep her from ever getting to us.
Vicki, this is very nice.
You didn't eat anything.
Oh, I will.
Really? How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Bo is going to be very upset with you, about all of this. Why? Because you took Thanksgiving away from Landfair and nobody here got to watch a football game on TV.
All right, we'll put it this way. It's a first.
Well, it'll certainly make a good story for him when he makes it. I'm sure he's going to like.
Oh, honey.
Here you go, guys. If you want any more, it's right over here.
Thanks,
Okay?
Jess.
Thanks, Jess. Listen, Drew, you know what happened, well, after what happened with your mom?
What, my lies?
No, what I'm really trying to say is, I know we had something going. But the most important thing is, you were a real friend to me this year. I'm clean. I'm back with my family. Now my mom needs someone to help her through this, and I can be that person. And that's all because of you. And I know that, well, she feels the same way, too. My mom.
Well, I haven't done much, just sort of hung out. But I really care about my dad, you know.
There you go. A big piece for you.
Oh, sweetheart, I don't think I can, really.
Oh, but
But what, darling?
no, I just thought, if you were to eat, then you would really believe that Uncle Bo was going to get better.
Well, of course I believe that Uncle Bo's going to get better. I know he's going to get better. Sweetheart, my stomach is just in knots right now. I think it's probably from all the caffeine I've been drinking, but you know what? I would like you to save some food, put it all on a plate, and put it in your refrigerator with a big sign saying, reserved for Bo Buchanan. all right? Because he's going to be starving when he wakes up.
Mrs. Buchanan?
Yes.
You said you wanted me to tell you when Mr. Buchanan came back from his CAT scan?
Yes.
He's in his room now.
Oh, thank you very much. Don't forget, big sign.
Got it.
Sir, for both you can.
Promise. Mom, can I ask you something?
Yeah?
I don't want to sound like I'm dumb or something.
Honey, I would never think that you're dumb or anything. What is it? Oh, what a sweet idea. That's a lovely idea. And believe me, no one is going to think that you're dumb. Go ahead.
Everybody, could I have your attention, please? I just thought it'd be nice if we did something special for Uncle Bo.
So, come on, fellas. You want to share what your discussion was all about? Something about Carlo, I presume?
Well, we're just like everybody else, wondering who could have killed him.
Is that right? So, any theories on who?
Oh, it's a long list.
Oh, that's right. And both of you are on that list.
Even though I was with you during the blackout.
Come on, let's not make too much of the fact that I just happened to see you for a few minutes. You see, I wasn't even on the ship when the lights first went out. So, I'm not your alibi for the whole time. Now, am I?
Fine, if that's the way you want to remember it. But now, if you all will excuse me, I have someplace to be on Thanksgiving. Don't you wish you did?
Now, that hurt. Well, so, Alex, I'm still trying to pinpoint who was where when the lights went out on the ship. Now, you said you and Carlo had a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? And then you left the ship, accompanied by Cassie Carpenter and Kevin Buchanan.
Right. They want me to my limo.
Can you tell me where they went after that?
They went back to the ship.
And the lights were still on?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Well, listen, don't let me take you away from your work.
Hey, look, I don't know if you're interested, but my mother sent me out here to round up whoever was hungry, and even working cops and DAs need to eat. So, if you'd like, she would love to have you.
I don't know about you, Hank, but I'm starving.
Brian? I don't care if you have to go to the stupid diner. You find somebody to come back here and eat this food with us. Now, go.
Come on, you people aren't eating enough. What do you think? My cooking isn't good?
Never that.
No, well, then you aren't eating enough. Come on, then. Well, then eat some more. I need some more. Oh, here comes some more mouths to feed. Hi. Come in. You know, people have been asking about you. They haven't seen you around here.
I was rounding people. Oh, okay.
Hi, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving. Hi. I saw Jessica a little while ago, and she said the commissioner still isn't conscious.
No, I'm on my way to see him now.
Oh, right away? I was hoping that you could stay and have a bite to eat. This is turning out to be quite a Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, maybe just a bite, huh?
Go ahead, help yourself.
Mrs. Vega? I was wondering if you could help me. Could you send some of these people out to the square to eat with Her Honor? She'd appreciate it very much.
You know, I have a better idea. Why don't you just come right over here, sit down and have yourself a little bite to eat, and warm up for a little bit, okay?
So, now that Hester's dead, are you thinking about getting back together with the guy who saw you walk in here with?
No, not really. No, I just I came in with Hank to see Carlotta. But what about you? Who are you here with? Oh, really?
Hank, don't be making something out of nothing, all right?
Well, what is it then?
I don't know yet.
Well, Antonio, how you doing? Good to see you, man. So, what's up with your job these days, man? You taking over for that dead gangster?
No way.
Nah? Well, what's up with those itchy suits, man? You still gonna wear them or what? Or
is it back to jeans and t-shirts?
I don't know. What do you think, Eddie? I mean, should I dump the suits?
Well, check it. I don't know, man, but the nice threads will get you more women.
Right.
But then that can also give you some responsibilities. They might want more, you know, spend a little more money for you to even get back to your crib, you know?
Our friend Eddie here only sees things from one angle.
I noticed.
Yeah. So, cops coming down on you now that that gangster's dead?
Nah, man, not yet, anyway. Look, you guys, I'm getting a little hot in here. I'm gonna go outside and get some fresh air. Why don't you guys eat some? My mom would love that.
All right, man. Later.
I'll see you in a bit.
Peace.
It's driving me crazy. Can't stop thinking about you every single minute, every single second of the day. Your skin, your eyes.
I know, me too, but we really have to be careful. This is chancy.
I know. Maybe we can go public with this someday.
Everyone, excuse me, may I please have everyone's attention for just 1 minute? Thank you. This is a really special day, and I would like it very much if we could all pray together. Would you take hands? Oh, Tonio, please come and join us. This prayer is dedicated to the memory of Doña Teresa. I know she's smiling down on us. Our Father, we are today filled with hope. We're here with our families and our friends enjoying a meal, as it should be. I know sometimes we feel lonely or afraid that we think that our problems are never going to be solved. But that's just not true. Because Lord teaches us otherwise every day. Because with love, we will be able to come through. Because we know that He will help us and He'll love us. So now we're going to thank Him and ask Him for His blessings for ourselves, our children, our friends, and especially those we love.
Amen.
I'm doing this project for independent study. It's about alternative medicine. And I don't know, there's all those statistics and stuff that say that prayer really helps a sick person. So I was just thinking, you know, it'd be nice if we tried it, all of us, for Uncle Bill. Just ask God to help him. And maybe it'll do something.
It's a good idea.
Come on, terrific.
I'm in.
Dear God, we all come to you today for our Uncle Bo. He's a good man. His father's here, his brother's here, his son's here, his whole family.
Hey there. Me again, the old ball and chain. We're just having a heck of a Thanksgiving dinner down the hall here. I mean, that's Vicky. She can cook. Hey, I'll make a deal with you. A real bargain. If I can learn to cook a turkey like this. Now, forget it. I'd never be able to keep up my end of the bargain, and I want you so much to keep up your end. I just miss you so much. I miss you so much, and I love you. And I don't even know if you know I'm here. Thank you.